Hello, Facebook friends, hello. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. I'm feeling real silly, so let's start the show. Here we go, 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 here we go. Hi, Miss Christy. Hey, everybody, how are you? Miss Christy's here. Say hi, Miss Christy. Here, if you shake it and see if I shake my hand to the head of the oh man, I didn't know that this stuff moved underneath here. That's what happens. How are you, Miss Christy?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. This hat just seems odd again, isn't it? It just seems like it's there. Now it looks like I'm sleepy. Miss Christy, you know, see, look what it's doing though. Do you see what it's doing? It's like it's odd. There we go. Yeah, put it over there. Miss Christy made sourdough pancakes today. They were delicious. Sourdough pancakes.
Chips.
Yes, sourdough pancakes. And then I got to see you know who I got to see today? I got to see my little buddy, Yaz. She was outside in her swimsuit. Oh, not swimsuit. Canoe suit. Swimsuit.
It's a wrong time to
she's walking around. Barb and her, they were off to the cottage, and she's in her canoe suit, not a swimsuit. And guess what? She helped me brush my car off.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very cool. Yeah. And they're right here. They just said hi.
Yes. Did you thank them?
I did. I just said, well, thank you very much for the quiche, you guys. I sent Albert a thing saying the quiche was delicious.
It is delicious.
It was delicious.
Yes.
It was very delicious.
Yes.
You had more of it than I did.
I guess I should use the past tense because it is definitely
It's gone. Yes, it was in my mouth, and then it's done. And then I got to play bingo with Justin and his mom and dad today, and over the phone. And wow, Kathy Kennedy was really ripping along with those numbers.
She was.
I thought it was an auction for a second. And I was just like, I don't know what's happening. So I just colored all the numbers.
I think even with just 2 cards, it would have been difficult.
It was, and I accidentally ordered too many cards.
Yes, there was a lot of cards.
And Mike Howell's watching. So Mike Howell is that's the fellow I was talking to you about that is teaching me more about comic books and stuff.
Right
He's got really, you know what I love? I love the fact that he's just willing to share his knowledge. A lot of people hoard knowledge, and I don't think that's necessary. I think if you have the knowledge, that you should share the knowledge. I think that, remember my Uncle Johnny used to say it. If you don't know how to do it, ask somebody. If they're not going to tell you, learn how to do it. And when you learn how to do it, then you teach the people that don't know how to do it, so everybody can do it. That's the way it works. Sourdough pancakes. We'll have to make you some sourdough pancakes. And then Diane Ruben Minion is on there, and she went and tried the ABK burger, and she liked it. And then you know what she did? She took and donated to Lori and Ashley at Chicken Chef and bought a family a dinner.
Oh, that's
Isn't that awesome? Thank you much. That's about paying it forward for sure. Paying it and being kind and that. Dave Zawicki talking about being kind. Dave and that scared me. I didn't even know the cat was in here. It just all the stuff started moving. Carol Ann. But talking about being generous and kind. Dave and Sam and Nick and Air from Timeless Painting. They've bought the books that we were reading today, so that's pretty cool. And Leslie Candy, and you know who gave us a donation? Ryan Pandolfi just said here, buy some books. I know you want to buy some the Dr. Zeus books. So we've been doing. I'm about 13 books away from completing the Dr. Zeus. The Dr. Zeus is over here.
That wasn't a real number.
That's all the Dr. Zeus. We need a few more to finish, and then once I get all the Dr. Zeus books, we're going to have a Dr. Zeus run. Every night I'll read at least one Dr. Zeus book.
11 is not a real number.
No, I said 13 is the number.
It's
a number. It's a number. It is a number.
No.
It is so a number.
No.
It's not quite 14, but it's between 10 and 14. 12, 13. So it's when you're not quite sure. How fast are you going? Well, officer, I was going on 905. That's what you say. Oh, that's awesome. So that was, and then today was a snowy, snowy day, and it was good. I hope you had a really good day. I had a fun day. I didn't get as much accomplished as I wanted to because I got my brain got stuck on a project that I wasn't even needing to do, but I ended up doing it. And I think that's it. Quiche for supper and sourdough pancakes for brunch.
Yeah, it was a good
and
day.
I was working. Hey, Ryder, how are you, pal? Ryder's here.
Very cool.
That's awesome. And I was working away in my office this morning early, and guess what Weebies did? He just came in with one of his famous breakfast wraps.
You've had a really good eats day.
I have had a good eats day. Now I'm gonna have let's have a good reads day. How about that? There's a whole bunch so here's the books we're gonna try to read today. Not all of them, but we'll read one of these. So I'm gonna reach in. Hey, Ryder, pick a number between 1 and 10. And while you pick a number between 1 and 10, I'll tell you a joke. Not out loud.
I was waiting. I don't know if jokes work as well if they're not out loud.
Oh, I have to tell them not in my head. Justin, pick a number between 1 and 10 as well. And those are the books that we read. And there was something else I was going to tell you today. So they traded Patrick Laney. How do you say that name? They traded Patrick whatchamadoodle from the Jets. So everybody's kind of surprised.
I know nothing about sports.
Oh, okay. The Jets are a soccer team.
Wrong audience here, Tazzy.
No, the audience is there.
They're not cross-stitching, I don't care.
Those guys were cross-checking. Hey, you can't jump up on here.
Slightly different.
Cross-checking. Ryder picks 6, and Justin picks 10. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, you have to go away. Not Miss Christie the cat. 6. Mary had a little jam. That's number 6. Is the one we're going to read. Mary had a little jam, and other silly rhymes. Oh, there's more than one. Here we go. This book is brought to you by Timeless Painting, because Timeless Painting, awesome friends of mine. Here we go. Oh, there's a whole bunch of rhymes. Okay, so we'll do this whole book. We'll try to get to too. What book is it? What year is this book?
That one I'm gonna go with 2006.
It is. It's 2006. Right
What?
there.
I got one right.
You got it right. Oh no, 2003.
Oh.
It looks like a 6. It's 2003. So you're pretty constant. Okay, here we go. A bunch of whole silly rhymes. Old Mother Goose used to fly through the air. Riding a gander, they made a fine pair. Now when she wants to get somewhere soon, she rides on the cow that jumped over the moon. Nah, silly. These are like silly stuff. Mary had a little jam. She spread it on a waffle. And when she'd eaten 10, she wouldn't feel so awful.
Yeah, 10 waffles would be pretty. I mean, that's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food.
Unless you're having mini waffles.
They have little mini waffles. Every waffle to me is a mini waffle. Hickory dickory dock, a mouse jumped in my sock. He wiggled his nose and tickled my toes and gave me quite a shock. Hickory dickory dock, the day your clock gets sick. It says talk tick, but not tick tock. You better call the hickory dickory dock. This is going to be awesome. There's going to be groans like crazy in here. You got to call the hickory dickory dock.
For once.
There was a little lady there was a little girl, and she had a little curl that drooped in the middle of her face. To improve her view, she took some goo and stuck it back into place. Oh, there's 2. I got to read both of them before you. Georgie Porgy, what a shame. Kids call you such a silly name. Now I think that it's true that teasing is not nice to do.
Correct.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, licking an ice cream cone. Along came a spider who dangled beside her, and she told him to get on his own. Told him to get on his own.
It's the way I feel. Bye-bye.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and dropped it beside her because she used insect spray. Jack and Jill went down a hill in a fast toboggan. They hit a bump and made such a lump in the middle of Jack's noggin. Gotta be careful. Doodle-a-boodle-deedle-doo. Jack be nimble, Jack was quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Jack kept jumping much too close. Now his pants smell a lot like burnt toast.
It's not a good... No, don't try that one at home, you
No,
guys.
oh, look at the cat.
That's a bad
Look at the
idea.
cat's like, that smells terrible. That just smells horribly terrible.
It's not a bad idea because it smells bad. It's just a bad
Well, you
idea
shouldn't.
because you might burn
You
yourself.
shouldn't jump over a candle at all. Little Bo Peep throws her clothes in a heap, which makes her room one giant mess. And when she wakes up, she calls for her pup to hunt through the heap for her dress. That's why we need a puppy. Right there, boom. If we had a puppy, we wouldn't need a clothes hamper. Science, Miss Christie.
Wrong.
That's science.
Wrong.
Little boy blue, don't blow your horn. You'll wake up the neighbors. It's 2 a.m. You've got to be quiet so people can sleep. Get under those covers and try counting sheep. Or puppies in a heap. I could add a puppy to almost every one of these, I bet.
Probably.
Yep. Let's see if I can make it work. Hey diddle diddle, dumpling, my girl June, eats her lunch without a spoon. She's a mess from head to toe. Into the bathtub she must go. And her dog's name is Rover. He rolls over. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son Scooter played around with my computer. He pressed the buttons and hit the keys. Now it only plays, in Chinese. Oh, he changed the language setting. Row, row, row your boat gently round the lake. Don't stand up and rock the boat. That's a big mistake. Well, yes, you're supposed to be wearing a life jacket. I guess not when it's ankle deep.
Correct.
Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. What do you think they said? Too crowded, we fear. Now let's get out of here and let's take a shower instead. That's a silly joke. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. There's no way to get to town, so we have to take the ferry. That's what it says. I'm not joking.
That is a full bathtub right there.
That is a full bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. I wish they'd super glue way back. We're going to try that again. We'll start off from the beginning. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. I wish they had super glue back then. They would have put Humpty back together again. Oh my gosh. That was an exceptional disaster. No yoke.
Raise your hand if you've super glued your fingers together.
Raise your hand if you've super glued your fingers together. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? Spinach, broccoli, cauliflower. To which Mary answered, no. What does your garden grow? Tom, the teacher's son, went to school when he was 1. The only thing Tom could do was play a game of peekaboo. Taz Stewart's never glued his fingers together.
That's impressive.
He's got way more hair than both of us.
Usually, like, the first time anybody has ever used super glue, they manage to glue their fingers together. So maybe
really?
he's never used
I've never glued my fingers together with super glue. I did with model glue. It was harder to get apart. I also did this one time. I was about to do this with model glue, and I went, yeah, probably not a good... To take the top off? Probably not a good idea.
That would not have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Remember when you gave me lipstick that one time, and you said, oh, it doesn't work? Lipstick. It's a type of glue! Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone, but the dog couldn't wait, so the dinner was late, so he ordered pizza by the phone. Puppy pizza. Peter, sugar eater, always wanted food much sweeter. Adding sugar was a blunder. Now he's a toothless wonder.
If he brushes his teeth after he eats the sugar, it probably would have been okay.
Yeah, but I don't think he did. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell a pack of bubble gum. Fee, fi, fo, fum, look, oh, bubbles, here I come. If you're a puppy, you should not be blowing bubbles. That's what I'm saying.
Puppies usually end up eating the gum, I think, right?
Then when they fart, they get bubbles.
That's right.
Oh, there you go. Hiccup, hiccup, go away. Don't come back another day. That's a short one for you. Some like it hot and some like it cold, but oatmeal tastes yucky 9 days old. That's from peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot 9 days old.
Yep, disgusting.
Yep.
Also,
Peas
hiccups
porridge
don't
hot.
go away that easily.
Oh, they can if you scare people. Remember when I said you had the hiccups, and I said, "Hey, Miss Christie, I got a puppy," and you went, "What?" Now your hiccups were gone.
I have
Peas
a real
porridge
trick
hot,
for...
peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot 9 days old, fuzzy with mold.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you told me how to get rid of hiccups.
Yeah.
You put your hand behind your back, and your hands behind your back, and you go like that, and you take a deep breath in or something like that, right?
Well, hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back.
You take the deepest breath, deepest breath you can possibly take.
Yeah.
And then you bend your back.
Bend back like this. Way
Backwards,
back. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And stretch out your diaphragm as much as you can with your chest full of air. And quite often that will get rid of your hiccups for you.
That's because a hiccup is just a grasshopper that you swallowed.
No.
Science.
That's not science.
It's science, it is.
No.
Hey, have you ever swallowed a grasshopper? Then you
Actually,
don't know.
we could ask somebody who knows something about grasshoppers.
Well, yes, it's true. Taz Stewart, if you swallow a grasshopper, you get hiccups. That's just science.
That's
Miss
not
Christie.
science.
It is science.
No,
it's you don't know science. Just because you're smarter and more analytical than me, and you don't make stuff up, does not make you smarter than me. See, even the cat said that. Hey, diddle diddle, the rhymes in the riddle. Can a cow fly over the moon? I bet you'll say no, but the answer is yes. If she's riding a hot air balloon, that's silly.
I hope she can fly, because didn't the
Yeah, that's right.
Mother Goose take a ride?
That's right.
That's earlier?
That's an utterly silly joke. Lavender blue, rosemary green. I'm the king and you'll be the queen. We'll sit on our thrones, our crowns on our heads, and no one will ever send us to bed. Well, I guess if you're the king and queen, you can do whatever you want.
True.
Yeah. The other guy leading the country thinks he can. Old King Cole was a chubby old soul who loved to play the fiddle. Given a chance, he would often dance until his pants split down the middle.
That happened to you the other day at the store.
It did. My pants tore at the store. They tore at the store. And what's more, she ended up calling me and telling me that. So here's what's happened. I got a phone call the other day on my office phone, which is public knowledge. And do you remember this?
Yes.
The lady goes, "Hello, is this Taz?" I said, "Yes, this is Taz." "Oh, where was I at?"
I think at Home Depot.
Oh yeah, she goes, "Hi, is Taz?" Yeah. "Okay, are you at the Home Depot today?" I said, "Yeah, I was at the Home Depot today." She goes, "Okay, are you wearing the same pants now you were wearing at Home Depot?" I said, "Yeah, I am. We're actually wearing the pants." She goes, "Okay, your underwear was sticking out the hole in the middle because your pants are split." I went, "What?" And I took a picture. It wasn't my underwear, but because my pants were lined, but there was a big tear in my crotch area because I had slipped on the ice. And I even know that I did it because I said to Kyler, "Well, I think I tore my pants." And so she's, "Okay, so you'll have to get those fixed now. Thank you." And that she tracked me down through I look up your number on the internet, and okay, so there, thank you.
I'm just impressed that she could recognize you with the mask on.
I had the mascot, yeah. Well, it's because of my eyebrow. I gotta put my glasses back on. Theo Fleury, how are you, mister? One of my favorite people in the whole world. Pat a cake, Baker Sue. Bake me a cake that says I love you. Don't bake a cat. I've been saving up my money and I'm ready to pay. I'll give it to my mummy on Valentine's Day. Pat a pie, Baker Dan. Bake me a pizza as fast as you can. Knead it and roll it and spread on the cheese. Then sprinkle on pepper and I'll try not to sneeze. This is a silly book. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe, which was too bad when the winter winds blew. But the strong summer sun was too hot to handle, so she packed up her stuff and moved to a sandal. That's a funny joke.
A little breezy in there. Sure wouldn't want a hurricane day.
No kidding, eh? Or rain. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a rooster. The saddle wasn't big enough, so now he's got a booster. Somebody sat around and wrote these. Somebody with my kind of a brain, actually.
Maybe it was you.
Roses are red and violets are blue. I wish I could ride a big kangaroo. And roses are red and violets are blue. I wish I could ride on a dinosaur, too. If he's grumpy, he's a dinosaur. Not dinosaur, you know. That kind of face. Yeah, I like that one.
I'm thinking if the dinosaur is grumpy, you're probably best to stay away. I don't go for a ride.
Don't go for her. No, I don't want you riding on my back. Jack Sprat could have no cat. His wife would have no dog. So when they went to buy a pet, they settled for a hog. Oh, we're going to buy a hog. Simple Simon met a snowman standing with a broom. I'll give you 50 cents, he said, if you'll clean up my room. Wee Willie Winky ran down the stairs, hugging a blanket and 2 teddy bears. I can't fall asleep, he cried as he ran. Look under my bed, there's a boogeyman. His father carried him up to his room. He turned on the light and then searched for a broom. He swept some stuff from under the bed. 2 slippers of bone, and Willie's dog named Fred. So it wasn't a monster. See? If we had a dog, we wouldn't need a podiatrist. Science. I had a little pony. His name was Dapple Gray. I lent him to a woman whose horse was sick one day. But rain came down in showers and made puddles on the ground. And my pony got so muddy, they called him Dapple Brown. Oh, because he got dirty. 3 kind mice, see how they run. They run after the farmer's wife, and they took out some cheese, and they cut off a slice. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as 3 kind mice? 3 kind mice, 3 kind mice. That's my mouse voice. Sweetheart, you're my little star. How I love you the way you are. I wonder what you'll be as I bounce you on my knee. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder why you are shining down on me so bright. Please watch over me tonight. I try to show that picture. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I'm going to try with all my right to keep my jammies dry tonight.
A worthy endeavor. It is uncomfortable sleeping in wet jammies.
Rockabye baby on a treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the birds sing, the baby will smile. And he fell asleep, happy in a short while. There, that's the book that Ryder picked. And Justin picked number 10. So here you go. Jake baked the cake. This is a one that we got when we went hunting at the store. Oh, this one's really short. The bride's gown was made in town. Oh, sorry. This is Jake Baked the Cake. It's by B.G. Hennessy and pictures by Mary Morgan. And what year do you think this is? What year do you think this Scholastic book is?
That one looks like 1989.
1990. You're very close. The bride's gown was made in town. The groom's pants arrived from France. And the champagne, of course, came from Spain.
Which is weird because I think champagne is usually...
It usually has to come from... Well, Jake baked the cake. Champagne has to come from Champagne. That's the name of the... That's the region of France that champagne comes from.
Yeah.
It's actually called Champagne.
I like baking
Sally
cakes.
Bryce... Pardon me?
I like baking cakes.
Yes, you do. Sally Bryce bought the rice. The best man hired a band. Mr. Fine painted the sign. And Taz wants a dog. That's the plan.
Nope.
Well, Jake baked the cake. It's a rhyming book. And Chris stacked up the gifts. That's a lot of gifts. The flower girls got some curls, and the little boys, well, they made a bunch of noise.
As usual.
As usual, we make noise. Well, Jake baked the cake. Jake's just baking a cake. Jake's
I don't
the
like
cake baker.
baking like fancy cakes. I just like baking good to eat cakes.
Like tomorrow when you make a carrot cake, right? That's awesome. The bridesmaids' roses tickled their noses. And Taz wished for a puppy with all his hope, and then Miss Christie just said,
"Nope."
The usher's ties are all the wrong size, and the groom forgot the ring. Uh-oh. Well, Jake baked the cake. The guests arrived to see the bride, and the preacher Gray led the way. I can hardly wait that we can have a whole month of reading Dr. Seuss. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be longer than a month. Mrs. King began to sing, la 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 la. She's a good singer, you can tell.
Oh boy, Mrs. King.
Well, Jake baked the cake.
I sure hope his cake doesn't fall.
No kidding. Mothers cried and guests sighed, and the father gave away the bride. Here, you can have her. There you go. Seems like a fair trade.
It's always a better idea to have, like, if you're baking the cake for the wedding, to have the cake done before the wedding starts.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, Jake baked the cake. Well, he's still doing it.
Yeah, I know.
It's taking a while.
It's not a good idea to leave it to the last minute like this.
No, cupcakes are good. The preacher said, "Will you?" And the groom vowed, "I do." And the bride said, same thing you said. If I have to. Me too. Me too, I do.
I guess.
Whatever.
That's what I said, right?
You just went, ugh. And they all ate the cake, the pride and joy of Baker Jake. Joss married. Sorry. There you go. Couple little books with no real lessons, just a little bit of silliness and a little bit of rhyming, which I like to do, you know.
Well, that's a lesson in itself, though, just to read books to enjoy for the sake of enjoying them.
Read books just because, read a book. Well, we've been going not too bad. We got it in just over half an hour, so that's pretty good for us.
Yeah,
for me, good. For you, that's right. So, no puppy?
No puppy. No.
She doesn't know.
I do know.
How do you know?
Because I'm right here.
Oh. What if you're over there?
Even so.
Have yourself a great night and a great day tomorrow, and a great even tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I will not be reading because Sunday we're using that for family day and things like that. So have yourself a wonderful day. Today was day 311, and we read books 694 and 695. So we're really close to 700. So that's very cool. Remember, if you've got a birthday or anything like that, let me know, and we will sing happy birthday. We haven't had a happy birthday song for quite a while, so please remember to do that. Justin, it was great to see you. Miss Yaz, I hope you have a great night. Diane, thank you very much for donating to the family. That was very nice. It gave me a warm heart and a little tear to know that somebody was willing to just give something for a family that needed it. Have yourself a really great night. And what else did I have? That's about all I have to say. Yeah, that's it. Keep safe, and I'll talk to you not tomorrow, but I'll talk to you Monday. And if you miss one of these, by the way, Miss Christie puts them up on Facebook. So there you go.
No. YouTube.
Did I say Facebook?
Correct.
I meant YouTube, just like I meant puppy.
No.
I did say puppy. That's it. You know who I forgot to say bye to? Ryder. How are you, bud? I missed to say goodbye to you. It was in my brain. That's why I was trying to think. There's somebody else I need to say. Here we go. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. May your dreams be silly and your dreams be bright. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. Hey, Kenny, how are you, buddy? Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. May your dreams be so silly till the morning light. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Puppy. Puppy. I'm gonna dream about a puppy and then go buy a puppy and Miss Chrissy's not a puppy. Puppy.
No.
Puppy.
No.
Puppy.
No.
Lots of love from Miss Christy and I. Did you already do the lots of love? Look at this.
No. No.
Good night, everybody. She said maybe.
No.